for a big-time matchup to kick off conference play here in the SEC. It'll be the Tide and the Cats here at Coleman Coliseum. I'll tell you what, they got the sound system turned up to 11 here inside Coleman. We are underway. It'll be the Wildcats. Diabate runs it down.
And that's the difficulty Alabama's been facing, is defensive rebounding.
And Aberdeen with a great job stopping on 2 feet.
That pressure to score.
Both of these teams deep have used a lot of players, but both of them have dealt with a lot of injuries. Colin Chandler. That's generally, as a team, Alabama shoots many more threes and makes them at a higher rate than the Wildcats do. Strong drive and a finish for a very...
They have to get to the defensive glass.
Phylon puts the brakes on, finds Allen. Here's a 3, and it goes.
Allen was a... Kentucky's got to get the ball inside. That's where their strength is in this game.
Diabate spins back to his strong side, but can't finish.
And build that wall to make Chandler shoot over.
Phylon behind the back, snakes his way through a couple of defenders and lays it in with the left.
We talk about...
What a dynamic combination in the backcourt with Phylon and Holloway as Aiden Holloway lays it in.
Mid-range shots and shots around the rim. Everything has been contested for Kentucky.
Allen is fouled by Brandon Garrison, who checked in at the timeout. Again,
no question. And with Jalen Lowe healthy now, turnover for Alabama.
Oweh the foul and count the basket.
And that's exactly the shoulder. Good screen.
Houston Millett hits for 3.
So many shooters that can spread, indicate, and it's really tough for them to switch.
At any point, Alabama can go off for 15 or more threes. Shot clock never reset. Inside 10. Holloway. Count it.
That's just beautiful action. Out of the game where you don't take an open shot. If you pass up an open shot, you're coming out.
Jalen Lowe, again, he's a lefty. It's that right shoulder he's got wrapped up. It's something he'll... Quaintance.
And in traffic. Boy, Jaden Quaintance is huge.
Projected as a lottery pick. He went over to help, got up in the air.
They're going to let Jalen Lowe take that shot.
Sherrell will take the 3 ball, a little bit strong here. And it's out of bounds to Kentucky.
For a clear year like they did last year, it seems like it's a step down. And perhaps it is, but this is still a legit lead.
Mo Diabate again will having Jalen Lowe out there just changes their look at the offensive end.
Well, it gives you a legit handler passer.
Bristow the kick. Reitzel's open. Buries it.
He can get by you.
Like that. Somehow found Sherrell. Millett for 3. Got another one. And Alabama's got a ball screen to try to free up Lowe. Shot clock at 6. Lowe into the paint. Blocked from behind. And Sherrell came down with it brief.
Chance for a controlled tip, and that was it.
The lob, Sherrell, it goes and 1.
Look at what Alabama's doing with their ball movement and pacing and able to find open shots. They said ours is just a bit more stagnant standing around. Try and get that pace up.
Good recovery defensively. Boy, they are moving the ball nicely. Sherrell's 3 around and out. Rebound Diabate. London Jemison knocks down a 3. The 6th of the game for the Tide. Bristow is now the 5-man. 6'10", but just 205. A transfer from Tarleton State. Love, little push shot will go. Holloway steps behind the screen and hits a 3. 7 for 7. Roll, if you will. Between the two of them, they're averaging almost 40 points per game this year.
Boy, how about that hustle?
And a foul on Oweh.
London Jemison was first. Kentucky just getting out fought. That was fight.
And remember Chris's report earlier, what Mark Pope wanted for his New Year's resolution.
And Joe Lindsay was kind enough, one of the officials, to come over and explain to us why he blew the whistle in transition, because he said he heard, oh, what play by Oweh.
They can handle Aberdeen, Johnson. They can all handle the ball and move it, but none of them is a true point guard. And Aberdeen dribbles into a held ball. Allen looking pretty good, looking like himself. Scoops it up with the left. Williamson, another offensive rebound. Bethea steps into a three. And the foul is called on Amari Allen. Away more than capable. The handoff, Williamson finds Millett. Houston Millett, the grad student. Three big
those fade screens, but Millett was the fade screener and then came off a handoff for that three. Really well executed.
Aberdeen with a nice shot fake, step in and a chance with the left. Malachi Marino the rebound, Kentucky running. Aberdeen in the corner. Owe with a rebound and a putback. 8 minutes here late in the first half for Owe, who's their leading scorer with 11. Diabate a little bit out of control, but he draws a foul. Shot clock turned off. 8 seconds remain. Holloway hoists and hits. Holloway with his third. The drive by Owe. Again, a lot of dribbling by this Kentucky team. Owe made something out of a broken. This flows better when he's out there.
You know, it's just 12 points right now. And Lowe's got to be able to play significant minutes in this second half.
Nice drive by Phylon to get the lead. Lowe setting a screen to free up Chandler. The open man is Owe, and he'll hit a three and to get it down to 11 points today. Chandler stays in front of Phylon. And the wing three will go for 23, 48% from beyond the arc. Owe from the corner, in and out. And a strong rebound by Bristol, but he's back. Inside of Marino. Got a size advantage on Allen, and he pays it off. Nice anticipation by Lowe to lead to the turnover.
Tough little pocket pass to be able to corral.
Lowe with a burst of speed, throws up a prayer and draws it. Holloway the kick out to Allen.
Boy, off that drive, Allen's got to get behind quicker so he can get a three.
10-point lead for Alabama. Conference opener for Kentucky and for Alabama as Holloway hits another. Millett spinning. Draws a couple. Open man is Williamson. The reverse will go.
And this is the best.
Aberdeen. Lob. Owe the finish.
And that's Kentucky in transition. That's
won't go. But he gets it back. And hits the second time.
And that's the difficulty for Alabama. Offensive glass to give up offensive rebound baskets. That's where Arizona took advantage of it.
Boy, just way too much space for Amari Allen. Another assist for
Where Kentucky had it down to 10, then gave up 5 straight points.
No basket. The whistle blew. Holloway. Again. What an afternoon for Aiden Holloway.
That was just a simple step back.
He's got 5 threes and 22 points. Jalen Lowe with a chance.
In the first half, but they've been spectacular when they've been open.
3 on Garrison. Holloway came in at 44% of the season from threes. 5 for 7 today. It's inside for a 2. Lowe open and hits the 3. Jalen Lowe now.
There's just a different pace when he's on the floor.
And make it a long 2, so he's got 14. Holloway, great find. Williamson, great patience. Knee injury suffered in the first half. Williamson giving Alabama big minutes. Lowe, the lefty. Marino, the follow. Well, they thought he had Jemison for a moment. Now finds Millett.
Good pass.
Williamson, lefty up and in.
To the basket, that's big time.
Obviously, they hope Sherrill is okay, but they may have found something today in Williamson. Phylon with the pick. And the team of the nation of the non-conference, but still starting conference play is a different animal entirely. And they are meeting the challenge here this afternoon.
2 in a row haven't been called.
Owe can't get into the paint. Cam Williams back in there for Kentucky. Maybe he can give him some three-point shooting. Lowe again. Boy, what pace he's got. It won't go for him. And a foul on Kentucky. To the bench and getting a huge ovation. Briscoe back in. The crowd loving the active minutes by Williamson today. Owe with another drive. And Chandler the rebound. Clayton's inside with a mismatch. Will go to the line with a chance.
Be aggressive, going after the basketball, going up on the boards. And Lowe very positive with his teammates in that timeout, saying, we need 3 stops, 3 buckets, and we're back in this.
All in from 3.
Under 6 to go. Lowe. And for the first time in a long time, it's into single digits. And still by Yale in the second half of that game. Lowe on the drive again, is fouled again. Point guard they have on the roster.
Agreed.
Deep one for Holloway. I mean, deep one for Aiden Holloway, but he didn't feel that way. Off the leg of Williamson, tied in transition. Holloway over the top, but too high for Williamson.
Away from the ball, the more you can help.
And Philon will take the air out of the ball for a while here, just 2:10 to go. Now he drives, and he's fouled. Yeah, and did it not being at full strength either, something Nate Oates hopes will happen before long to see what they can be. Meanwhile, for Kentucky, on Holloway gets out of it, finds Philon, ahead to Allen, and again, they don't have to rush, they don't have to force, but an easy bounce pass for an easy 2. Owe just forcing the issue, can't finish it, and eventually the foul call. As the basket, St. John's back on the 20th of December. Philon drives. And it's out of bounds. Back to 11-3 on the season. 1-0 in the league. Kentucky will drop to 9-5. 0-1 in conference play. As they could walk out the final few seconds. And the hustle plays all afternoon long. Nate Oates and company have now won 4 in a row against Kentucky. The first time the Alabama Pro-Cats. The final score 89-74 Alabama. For Jay Billis, Chris Buttern, and our crew, I'm Dan Shulman saying thanks for watching here in Tuscaloosa. NFL